You're going to be tested in ways you never thought possible. But boy, when you rise up after the last time you fell down and you keep going, nothing feels better. And you get better at it, and you get better at it. This job, a lot of people are in love with the idea of being a firefighter. It's cool, it's glamorous, it's this, that, and the other. But what you really have to be is in love with the process of becoming a firefighter. You just never know where this life will take you, but you gotta show up.
And showed up they did every Sunday for 6 weeks to the annual Women's Fire Prep Academy at the Los Angeles County Fire Department headquarters. Since 2016, the Women's Fire Prep Academy has been preparing candidates for a career in fire services.
It's important to have a program that's specialized toward women because the bottom line is that we're different. We're different physiologically, educationally, different strategies work with women than they do with men, and there are techniques and specific items that we can address for women that will make them successful.
You know, we're here as early as 5:30 in the morning, so you really have to make sure you have everything ready to go. And it's also a change in mind in terms of sticking with it. You know, there's times at the academy where you're like, this is super hard, I don't know if I can do it, but you push through because you have people here supporting you, and you remember it's bigger than just yourself. You know, you're a team. There's 74 of us here show up, and we're a team as one.
We provide an opportunity for women to get a taste of what the fire service can be like. It allows them to get hands-on the equipment. It allows them to see some of the challenges that we may be up against so that it helps prepare them for the future. We try to mimic our regular academy as much as we possibly can. It's very challenging, it's very taxing when it comes to our physical fitness, but it's fun too. So it's a little bit more gentle in a way to encourage, but also helps open the eyes of a lot of our women on some of the things that they may need to work on.
I'm actually in pursuit of this career because I know I'm physically and mentally fit in order to serve my communities. It takes a lot of courage and commitment to be dedicated with a fire department, and so the reason I joined WFPA is to get that baseline and to just absorb and learn and grow everything I possibly can from these outstanding instructors and captains and fire chief.
The program is designed to introduce women specifically to the rigorous equipment such as the jaws of life, ladders, hose lays, tools, and personal protective equipment required to be a firefighter.
In the Women's Prep Academy, we give our gals an opportunity to feel how heavy that equipment is, to feel what it feels like to wear the turnout gear. And it's a huge eye-opener. I don't know if the majority of the public realizes our equipment is heavy, and we need to be strong enough and agile enough to move through our job with the equipment on. And it's not just wearing the equipment, it's wearing the equipment and then doing the job. And so we give that opportunity to these young ladies to be able to try it out, feel it, and understand where maybe their limitations might be so they can work on those things and have something to shoot for.
Tools are heavier than they look. So definitely working on grip strength as well. And you know, being a female, you know, we have to work twice as hard, and we're always under a microscope, but that's why this program exists, because a lot of females don't even understand that they can be firefighters and they can be very successful.
We are less likely to have had the exposure that men may have had growing up to things like changing the oil on a car or using basic tools and things like that. And so it's really valuable in that respect, but we also try and impart some physical confidence that will help with the entire process. And given the fact that the process is progressive and it ends with a networking lunch with the female firefighters that are here and our male counterparts, the idea behind that is to help them get into any hiring process in Southern California. They just go into the same hiring process with the same standards that everyone else has. They've just had a little bit of extra exposure that we hope tells them whether this job is for them or not.
Since its inception, the program has grown not only with the amount of participants, but also in its shape and structure.
The really exciting pieces have been watching the instructor cadre grow with people who have graduated this program, gone through our academy or another academy in another Southern California area department and have come back to teach. So I've watched the instructor cadre expand, which has been fantastic.
What's really amazing is we have really fine-tuned how we run our women's fire prep academy. In the beginning, it was a neat idea, and we got a lot of people together and just did what we could do. Now we have so many more individuals from our department that are involved in the program. We have a large array of individuals that come and participate, which is awesome to see. All shapes and sizes from everywhere you can imagine, and so it brings to the experience having such a diverse environment. And then we have a diverse environment from our employees that are working, our firefighters on the ground that come out and give their time. It's pretty amazing how it's grown in that way. Some of the resources, we've fine-tuned a few things that we learned along the way.
Firefighters who have gone through the program have also returned to serve in the Women's Fire Prep Academy.
I actually got to participate in one of our very first women's prep academies, and that was mind-blowing for me. Part of the challenge, and I can give my story, as a young girl, I wanted to be a firefighter from the time I was in kindergarten, but there was very, very few women in the field. I had no one to reach out to, ask about, and anytime I would tell someone that, boy, when I grow up, I want to be a firefighter one day, I was constantly met with, oh, honey, that's not for girls. That's not for girls. And you begin to believe that. So from the time that you're young, thinking, well, that's not really for women, so I guess I won't pursue that, even though inside it was something that I absolutely desired. It took a challenging life experience to wake me up and go, you know what, I'm tired of other people telling me what I can do. And I moved forward into the fire service, and that was when I discovered there are other women here. There are other women doing this job, and it is possible for me, but I have to work hard to do it, and no one's going to give it to me. So to have an opportunity to be able to interact with young ladies who are in the same position I was in when I was their age, and to be able to give them some tools to walk away with to prepare them, as opposed to the no's all the time. It gave me hope, and I'm hoping that maybe I'll be in that position one day to give someone else hope that this could potentially be for you too, but you got to work for it.
Devin Yuhashi grew up in the city of Lakewood. In fact, her first job was with Lakewood's Recreation Department.
I actually went to Cal State Long Beach for a geography degree, and then I ended up doing a master's in geographic information science. But along the way, we did a lot of emergency management, and we talked about public service and being out in the field and talking to people, and that's really clicked because all of my work experiences in recreation, it's in public service. I mentioned I worked for Lakewood Parks and Rec growing up. That was my first job. I worked at the YMCA. I worked at a food pantry on campus. So I started to realize I really like doing services and deeds to people who are in help and on their worst day. And even that's getting them to have a smile and, whatever it may be. So that's really kind of pushed me towards the fire service. And I grew up with sports. So I've always been super active. I love the team aspect, and I also love learning. As we see here at this academy, you're constantly learning. There's never a day that you don't learn something new.
The LA County Fire Department offers a variety of career opportunities for candidates to explore.
The LA County Fire Department is much more than firefighters. It's much more than, putting water on fire. We have 911 dispatchers, which is something that I did before I got hired and absolutely loved. It's another way to be there for someone on their worst day. We have the Department of Forestry. We have lifeguards, and they manage rescue boats and staff our beaches. And then we also have an air operations program, a health hazmat program, and numerous other specialties that are available to our candidates.
Being a firefighter is just such an amazing job, to be able to give back to your community, to be able to help and save lives, whether it's medical or whether it's a structure fire. It's just such a great opportunity to help connect with others. A lot of time, especially nowadays, everything is electronic, not being able to communicate as well, but the fire service keeps everything intact of that, and I love it.
Retired Fire Captain Cynthia Barbie was the first female firefighter, paramedic, and engineer with LA County Fire.
Well, I started the fire department in 1983, seems like a long time ago. And at the time I was going to UCLA and I had an EMT course that I went through. and really got introduced to the fire department through the EMT course and started pursuing that as a career. I think the next female that came on the job was about 3 years later, and then a few trickled in over the next few years. And then the department started emphasizing recruiting women more and just bringing them up to the standard that you have to be to become a firefighter, physically and mentally and emotionally.
Although the Fire Prep Academy is specialized for women, men are always welcome to join the program.
We don't turn anybody away. It takes a lot of bravery to do this job. And it takes a lot of bravery for a young man to show up in a large group of women and practice these things too. It's so neat to be able to see from week 1 where they start and at the end of week 6 to see the progression and the friendships that they build and the connections that they build, not just with our department, but departments across all of Southern California. So it's just a really neat resource for us, and I'm very proud of it.
With the success of the Women's Fire Prep Academy and the joint effort and collaboration of all who participate, the future is bright for the LA County Fire Department.
So what I'm looking forward to is definitely the hiring process. So, when I'm applying for these jobs going in, I'm less nervous because I'm like, I've touched the tools, I've done the movements, I'm more aware of what's going on and the networking. So now I have a lot of people that I can reach out to and get more information along the application process when I'm applying.
If they can get exposed to the different equipment, the different experiences they're going to have on the fire department, it just makes them a better candidate. And I'm looking forward to seeing how they progress in their careers.
Being a firefighter has been one of the most incredible opportunities I've ever had. Every effort, every amount of energy that you put into it, it is challenging, it's difficult, it challenges your bravery on a regular basis, but every ounce of it is worth it. The rewards we get to be able to go out and make a difference in somebody's life really is impactful, and I'm very proud to be a part of that.
A program like this can give you the confidence to work with tools and do things that you maybe never imagined yourself doing. And if you're interested, you should come out here and just give it a shot. You get a great workout and you can come talk to some really cool people, and I think you won't regret it.
The Los Angeles County Fire Department is committed to hiring more women in the firefighting force.
We want our firefighters to represent the communities that we serve, and having more women will benefit our department, it'll make us stronger, and it'll make the customers, the residents, and the communities that we serve feel better about who we are and what we do.
For more information on the Women's Fire Prep Academy, visit the LA County Fire Department's website at fire.lacounty.gov.
Hey, county on me, county on 3. 1, 2, 3. County!